all day long.
Investigators are still seeking answers to an incident that led to the death of a California Highway Patrol officer. 37-year-old Kenyon Youngstrom was shot in the head by a man who was pulled over for an obscured license plate. The incident took place early Tuesday on Interstate 680 in Alamo. The killer has been identified as Christopher Boone Lacey, and a motive is still unclear. Information regarding a memorial service will be released in the coming days.
Police in Los Angeles are still searching for suspects in a bank robbery that seemed like a movie in action. Robbers waited for the bank's manager outside her home Wednesday morning, where they snatched her and trapped her to a bomb. At the bank, they demanded cash, which was given to them in a large bag. Authorities came to the scene moments later to deactivate the bomb. The robbers managed to escape and no one was harmed. The branch manager's name has not yet been released, and she is also under investigation.
A press conference was held this week promoting Tijuana Innovadora. It's one of the largest communication conferences in the world. The organizers of the event, Jose Galicote, feels passionately about promoting the culture and innovation in Mexico's most northern city. The event will take place October 11th through the 20th. There will be daily shuttle service from San Diego. For more information, visit TijuanaInnovadora.com.
That is a fantastic city in cultural concepts.
A milestone for renewable resources was reached Monday. California passed the solar gigawatt mark when 1,029 megawatts of solar power was flowing freely into the grid. Solar power ranks third among renewables in total megawatt hours of power generated. First and second place go to contributions and geothermal energy.
Retail giant Amazon.com will start charging Californian sales tax starting September 15th. The change comes after a legal battle with California lawmakers, which prompted Amazon and other online retailers to implement the tax. The debt-ridden state estimates to see an additional $317 million annually, $83 million from Amazon alone. This is also a victory for brick-and-mortar retailers who can now compete fairly with Amazon's prices. The company won't say whether it has had a spike in sales in California, but based on social media trends, consumers have been taking to the internet to take advantage of their last days of tax-free spending. The US Open is getting ready to wrap up, and it has been a very emotional week for one tennis player. Charlie Viramontes is here to give us the update.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Claudia. Wednesday was an eventful night for tennis. We had the American Andy Roddick taking on the Argentinian Del Potro. Off to the court we go. We go to the final set where Del Potro is on match point. Andy with a backhand, trying to stay in the match. Del Potro not having any of it, and he's sprinting, but not enough power to get that ball over the net. Andy was eliminated from the US Open, losing 3 sets to 1. Andy Roddick, who had announced he would be retiring, addresses the millions and millions of tennis fans.
I appreciate it and love you guys with all my heart. Hopefully I'll come back to this place someday and see all of you again.
Okay, people, listen. I'm talking about baseball history in the making. Can you imagine the Baltimore Orioles in the playoffs and not the Yankees? Well, that has not happened since 1997, but it could very well happen again. The Orioles are tied with the New York Yankees. They're doing this with good old-fashioned fundamentals, no big superstar in the lineup, just teamwork and having everyone play their role. So if this happens, the Yanks would have to enter the playoffs via wild card. We are talking history, people. The NFL has donated $30 million for research on brain injuries. A number of retired football players have sued the NFL, stating that the league gave insufficient warnings of the dangers of head trauma. The league is hoping to get results on a variety of issues related to brain injury and the effects players have after they have left the game. Other issues that will be on the to-do list include concussions, sudden cardiac arrest in young athletes, and hydrated-related injuries. And a quick note, Jonathan Vilma and 3 other NFL players involved in the bounty scandal won the appeal and will be available to play for their respective teams. San Diego Superchargers. Now I know I'm going to have some haters out there, but come on, in all honesty, that song is kind of cheesy. Can you hear that? Football season is finally here. The Raiders will be hosting the Chargers, one of the biggest, one of the baddest arenas in town, what some call the Black Hole. If you remember, the Chargers eliminated their best friend, the Raiders, from playoff contention last year. Both teams are trying to go undefeated this season. Granted, it's the first game. But when these two teams go at it, it's like watching David and Goliath. I just don't know who David and who Goliath is. Let's get back on track. You can catch the game on Monday night at 7:30 p.m. on ESPN. Now, I know it seems like football is a year-long sport, and by football, I mean soccer. But who cares? We love it, especially the women's team who won the gold medal in this year's Summer Games in England. We city students have something to be excited about as well. We have this Women's Night Soccer team. They have a 1-1-1 record so far. So they have won a game, lost one, and have tied as well. We call that the trifecta. They will be playing later on today against Victor Valley at 6 o'clock. It is an away game, but no reason not to cheer on our local team. We wish them well and hopefully get a big win. So, Claudia and Alex, let's wish those women a good win for
Yeah,
soccer
absolutely.
team here.
Pretty exciting stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you. And after the break, the Titanic is leaving San Diego this weekend.